I am Princess Brianna Caradja. When the war is over, I go to Ukraine. Be strong, be safe. You will win. You are a shield for the rest of us in Europe.
Princess Brianna. About 8 million Ukrainians were forced to become refugees as a result of the war crimes of fascist Russia. For more than a year, zombie savages have been doing the will of a bunker creature and continue to destroy peaceful independent Ukraine.
Putin, щоб ти був здох, покинь нас, покинь, сволоч.
Hospitable Romania has received more than 100,000 Ukrainians with a sincere heart. Many Ukrainian refugees and Romanians became volunteers from the beginning of the war.
Ми доїхали з дружиною.
We left with my wife and my son for Romania.
В Румунію. Ми приїхали в Бухарест, вже
We
була
arrived in
знята
Bucharest. Housing was already rented here.
Розмістилися,
We settled down, recovered a little,
оговталися,
and I went to look for someone to help.
і пішов я шукати, кому допомагати. Пішов на вокзал.
I went to the station. I thought I would stop by for a couple of hours and help.
Я чув, що там волонтерів
I
багато.
heard that there are many volunteers. There were required translators though from English. I went to the station for a couple of hours, and after 12 hours I left there. It was the first day at the station and I stayed there for about 3 weeks.
Десь 3 тижні я там пробув.
The people that have arrived in Bucharest, we have thousands. They need help, they need a place where they can find things. Nice things, you know, clean stuff, new stuff if possible, food, baby care, meds, basic first items, hygiene, you know, shampoos, shower gels.
So Florin and I were at the Bucharest train station earlier this morning. They were saying that 3,000 people come in the morning, 5,000 people at night, and it's obviously a hub. If you look at the window, this is almost residential area, it seems.
It is, yeah, it is, it is. It was good for us because we needed space, as much space as possible. Okay, this was supposed to be our offices.
Okay.
It turned into a crisis center.
Okay.
It's
Offices for what?
for the foundation downstairs, for this association.
Yeah.
But also upstairs offices for the businesses that myself, I'm not a business person. I'm just a first responder, like in crisis situations, that's where I'm at my best. That was the garage. Those are boxes that are, the goods that are already sorted out, put in boxes ready to go to Ukraine. I have someone coming in a few minutes that is loading a car to go to the border where they gather stuff and put in a truck, which will go straight to Ukraine, which that's the one flux I want to keep going as much as I can.
Почав я з забігах по військових
I
магазинах.
started with running around military
Там
shops.
познайомився з хлопцями, з
I
дівчатами.
met there with guys, girls who were going the same.
Окей. Ми об'єдналися.
We united in a small association, began to search together, chase together.
Разом возити.
Are you renting a car from this guy?
Ні, він дає машину.
No, he gives the car for free, refuels it itself.
Ну, він займається
He's
поставками
engaged in the supply of everything military, equipment, medicine.
медицини.
Надані спальні мішки в кількості 18 штук.
Sleeping bags provided in the amount of 18 pieces and flick jackets 2 bags.
Спасибо всім, слава Україні.
Thank you all. Glory to Ukraine.
Оголошуємо подяку організації з Румунії.
We announce the gratitude of the organization from Romania on Caradja Cantacuzino, and also a special thanks to the organization that found the sleeping bags.
На допомогу. Це буде Україна.
Everything will be Ukraine.
От зараз ми приїдемо,
Now we will come to the organization where the head is a Romanian princess.
там де голова це румунська принцеса.
I am Brianna, Princess Brianna Caradja. Before the war, I had a fairly normal life, except for having a thing to try and help humans and animals. I have a cat shelter that I've had for a few years now.
Ну, вона абсолютно
She
не
does not look down on everyone, absolutely.
зверху на всіх дивиться і все таке.
Please tell us about your family's history.
Well, my parents are no longer here, but my mother was a refugee after being a princess, which does not make a single difference. She was a refugee from the Soviet invasion of Romania. So I was born in exile from a refugee family. Maybe it does make a difference because I know how it feels. I know what it means. I know what it means to have a last name that is hard to pronounce by everybody in the country you live in, because it's not a name they're used to hear, so they get your name wrong every time. It's a very strange feeling. Even when you're born, I was born in France, and yet I never felt completely French, nor can I feel completely Romanian because of that also. It's a little bit strange, but it does help understand more how a person that is displaced, that loses everything to a brutal invasion, can feel, because we all feel that, and we know. I will forever probably have a thing I call the empty fridge syndrome. It's when I open the refrigerator and there's little food, I freak out. There's no reason, but it's almost genetic, I think, after a while, because my grandmother was a refugee and my mother was a refugee. So I guess something marks you for life in these stories. I was lucky that my family history is recorded in books, so makes it easier to maybe know who you are. Although, again, I will never say that your ancestors are important. Important is who you are and what you do now in this life. Just to note. But it's also nice, of course, especially when you're a kid, when you're small and you're a little girl, and you're growing up, and you know that your ancestors were kings and queens, and so you want all the nice dresses and the little yatla, and then you grow up and you dress normal and you do something with your life. But it's nice to know, it's fun, and it makes a good conversation sometimes.
Країна нам подобається, люди нам
We
подобаються.
like the country, we like the people.
Ментально дуже схожі на українців.
They are very similar to Ukrainians mentally.
Свободолюбиві.
That is, they are freedom loving.
Вони
They want to help.
хочуть допомагати,
They are very
вони
open.
дуже відкриті.
We are very new, but we were on the front lines from day one of this war. And well, now that refugees are coming here, the first days we sent as much stuff as we could out to the border, because that were the critical areas. Now what we do is Bucharest.
But the roundabout straight ahead.
Їм потрібно все.
They
Форма,
needed everything.
берці,
Uniforms, berets, helmets, thermal imagers.
каски, тепловізори потім пішли. Знайшов тут склад з формою.
I found the composition here with the form used in Navy.
Їздив,
I went around
збирав,
picking it, sending
відправляв
bags.
мішками. З першою відправкою я познайомився з цією принцесою. Вона була медійна персона.
I got to know this princess on the first shipment. She was a media personality. She knows many people and many people know about her organization. They trust her and they will be helped.
Їм донатять. Вона не приймає участі в управлінні держави.
She does not take part in the management of the country, but it is the royal family, and her family goes to the King of Romania.
There is always a responsibility, and there are no privileges to be a princess in the 21st century. You have more responsibility to maybe like show the way, show how to do things right, and to have a very good ethics about it. Do the right thing. Don't do it for you. Don't do it for your pleasure, for your satisfaction, or to show to people. Do it because it needs to be done. Do it and shut up, basically. It's kind of that. But we also need to talk about it, because this is how you get help, and this is how you get donations.
The license was from the Germany company, so he said like a few months he ran out all this company, the government company, and they said, oh okay, it was a mistake.
Oh no.
I have no problem with people making business from this, because it's business,
Right.
and people need
Well,
it.
there's costs.
But if you're going to do it, give me the good stuff. Give me this. Give me what they need. Give me
Exactly.
life-saving stuff. Don't give me crap that will be useless in a
No, then when it's
critical
when
situation.
it's useless, then it's people just taking
Horrible.
advantage of
Exactly.
the situation.
It's just
of anything.
doing it for the
They're just trying to make
to make a
profit.
buck. So have to find the balance between not showing off, but showing your work, showing the work to help other people, you know, convince other people, motivate other people to do the same, or to help us. I always tell people, thank you for helping us help. Also say that we are here for the long haul, which means, hopefully, as long as the war will continue, as long as this invasion will continue, we will continue to try the best we can.
Ну що, ми щось загрузимо.
Well, we'll load the bus now.
Це їжа для
It
тварин.
is food for animals.
А 2 тонни, я не думаю,
There
що
are 2
ми
tons. I don't think we will take everything
скільки
today.
зможу ввести.
I'll take as much as I can carry. And on Wednesday, I will have the next flight.
Я ще
I will take
Куди ти поїдеш?
Where are you going to take
на
him?
кордон з Чернівцями.
to the border with Chernivtsi.
Сірет, Порубне.
Ага, а
And
далі
then
там
there are other
хтось,
volunteers except?
волонтери приймають.
Так, там волонтерська
Yes.
організація, яка давала запит.
The volunteer organization requested certain things. Volunteers come by bus and pick up these things.
І забирає.
Suntem la granița cu Ucraina acum, este ora 11:30, ceva de gen. Aici sunt ajutoarele pe care le-am strâns grație vouă, din banii voștri, din donațiile voastre. Ele sunt descărcate aici, în camionul ăsta care trece din nou granița, pleacă înapoi în Ucraina. Mâine dimineață nu au desortat pentru că asta am făcut noi. Le reangajează, pleacă direct în est, pe linia de front, în statele recent eliberate, în zonele în care este o mare. Este situația cea mai cumplită. Vă mulțumim pentru ajutor și nu uitați că avem nevoie de voi, au nevoie de voi.
У мене зараз
My goal
є
is to bring a big long truck
Така ціль.
at least once,
привезти фуру. Хоча б разочок, або краще
and
2.
preferably 2.
Ось ми приїхали, ось це
We have
склад.
already arrived. That's the storage.
Katalin, can you stand there to see? So I don't keep. Agent what?
Anton, lemonade? Lemonade? Okay. So we had many volunteers in this place. This place behind me was full of everything. Meds, foods, clothes, blankets, everything. And full of people who came and just donated their time also. Helped us load trucks, vans, and send as much as we could. And now, hopefully I met some really great people, and through which I met some great associations in Ukraine.
Это приют котов.
This is the shelter Kotovsky.
Я и мои маленькие друзья.
I and my little friends.
Благодаря
Thanks, ONG Caradja Cantacuzino,
их партнеров,
their partners, and the Wings of Resurrection and Charitable Foundation, Vostok, Kharkiv, for the purchase and delivery of food for the cats of my Kotovsky shelter.
Спасибо, моих хвостиков.
Thanks for my ponytails.
This is what you're getting. There are 2 tons of this so far. There will be more, hopefully. Why is it more easy to send help for shelter animals or for breeders, for anybody this way? Because this is human grade, which means any carnivorous animal, including men, can eat this. So it's good for dogs, it's good for cats, it's good for it's good for zoo animals, it's good for wild cats, for big animals, it doesn't matter. And the point is to make the best during crisis time, to make the easiest thing is 1/3, 1-3 stuff like this, mix in 2/3, 2-3 potato, rice, leftover food, whatever you can find. Maybe dog or cat kibbles that are, something like that. In a bit hot water, like make a soup, and then you put 1/3 quantity these kind of things, like this. This will give the vitamins, the nutrition, and it will save the lives. It will help. And it's more efficient to send smaller quantity to make bigger, 2 tons will make 5 tons of food for your dogs, cats, wild animals, what you have. Let's do this.
What countries did you have to live?
Lived around in many countries, born in France, in exile, I'm Romanian, and lived in France, the USA, and many places until we all moved to Romania, meaning my sons and I. And here I went back to all my family history, and mainly my grandmother, Princess Catherine, who was always helping. And she lived World War I, she lived World War II, refugees from Poland, Czech Republic, from many places around us in Romania. And she told me all the stories, so I grew up with these stories. And when the Ukraine invasion started in February, it was, we have to do this, we have to try and help. So my 2 sons and myself, just the wonderful part of the story is that the Romanian people were absolutely amazing. The reaction everywhere, not only for us, everywhere, was to help, to do something, to react, coming from a lot of people. And now we can work directly, which is fantastic. We can do direct help, and this changes everything because you have more control, and even if you get less donations, because the war is now 5 months and it's a little bit harder, we really get things moving as much as we can, and we kind of push each other, and I think someone will know.
One of my friends is a paramedic, and he says that this life saves more lives than any surgeon ever.
Good. Yeah, so this is... Okay. And if it's something blood stopping chemical stuff, it will be more effective, but this is also effective.
It makes some more.
Bag is good, because sometimes I heard that like soldiers don't like the big bag, so they need small one. They don't take like some of the stuff, but they take only emergency stuff with them, and it's easier to carry. So maybe we should ask about the...
Ne trebuia un crash course să recunoaștem good quality from bad quality, ca să știm și noi.
The standard American kit list and go through it, because this is standard American list. Yeah, but the bag is good.
Well, I don't care about the bag. I can take it.
And this is bigger, so you can put it also on the neck. So it's from Neramo.
Huh?
Yeah, Neramo.
It's a company in Romania, in Craiova, but they import stuff.
The distribution.
But they distribute the good stuff, whereas a lot of people started importing stuff here in Romania.
It was another bag a few months ago, but then
some import the American standard.
Feedback from the soldiers, what they need, and they produce this kind of, and it will be also improved in the future. So yeah, this is like American standard.
Приїхав наш довгожданий бус. Хочемо подякувати ONG Caradja Cantacuzino та Антону Сушкову.
Our long-awaited bus finally pulled. We would like to thank Caradja Cantacuzino and to Anton Sushkov for his assistance.
Military, thank you very much.
Please, tell us about the ONG Caradja Cantacuzino.
Organizația noastră, Caradja Cantacuzino, a fost fondată de către familia noastră, adică Maximilian, Constantin, fiii mei și de mine. Era un plan care îl aveam de mulți, a fost o idee la care Max a ținut extrem de tare, iar acum că ei sunt amândoi în România, chiar a luat formă, în mod absolut concret. Ce este ciudat este că a luat formă chiar juridică în luna decembrie-ianuarie, deci ianuarie 2022, iar abia începusem să încopim câteva proiecte despre România și ele continuă, atenție, nu se oprește absolut nimic din ce facem cu și pentru România, dar a început invazia în Ucraina și răspunsul a fost instant și imediat. Acum ne-am împărțit un pic în sensul în care am, ce spun, Team Ukraine, echipa Ucraina, din care sunt eu, din care mai sunt oameni din jurul meu și suntem câțiva care suntem cu focus Ukraine 100%. Și Team Romania care face ce mai încercăm aici, acum e vară, mici programe de trimite copii defavorizați la mare, de pildă, și ce este nevoie în țara asta, că știm cu toții, sunt nevoi mari. În rest, continuăm cu eu pe partea Ucraina, asta clar, atâta timp că va fi necesar, după care o să fiu puțin mai discretă și Max o să fie, Max, Costi și Timu o să fie revenit 100% pe România.
So you have a pallet of water up there. You said that right here there was a full stack of food, and what happens to the food when it gets delivered? You said how quickly it disappears?
Oh, a stack about this high of, let's say, boxes like this with food and canned goods disappears in one day.
How do people find you to know that the food is here?
There are some very great pages on Facebook, on Instagram. There are groups that are like Ukraine crisis centers, and that's how they hear about us, because we posted heavily and then it went viral. So they know about us, they know our... How did you find us?
I found you on Instagram. Hi, I'm from Ukraine. I've been here for a week, and these people have been amazing to me. They literally gave me food, clothes, everything, and now we are like a family. I'm also coming here to volunteer because I cannot just sit at home. I want to help other Ukrainians. And yeah, just now we had, 2 families, and literally everything is empty. So we need food, we need items, so if you can donate.
Hygiene also. That's the things that go the fastest are food and, hygiene, shower gels, shampoos.
You have a lot of clothes. You said...
We have a lot of clothes. People gave a lot of clothes, which is great.
Yeah.
We have enough clothes.
Okay. Okay. You need food. You need other things.
Food, by order food, hygiene, meds, but we also, in case, because it would help us tremendously organize, we do need shelves to organize like this room.
What type of shelves are we talking about?
We're talking about shelves that can withstand, that are not too ugly, because we want people to feel good. There's a very good vibe going on here, and I'd like to keep the place friendly, homey looking. It's important when you come from an area that's been bombed when there's war. I want them to find a nice, so that they don't feel like they're in a darn warehouse with white lights and metal shelves. I don't want metal.
So explain, people just come in and they find what they need. It's different from the experience they may have elsewhere. Why? Can you explain that?
Because we're a wonderful group.
Okay. But no, it's...
Because it's a home. First of all, it's a house. And it counts, it's not a warehouse. It is a house. The landlord was a bit weirdish about it.
But you said that you want people, before we talked here, you said that you wanted people to come in and choose as if it was a normal experience.
I want to keep, especially this room, as you see it now, even without shelves. This is my terrace table. But see, as soon as things are organized on several levels, we start to go vertical. It looks better, it's more appealing. It's like a store, almost, except that everything is free. But central aisle definitely, so people can just move around. We sort by categories, hygiene corner, food corner, clothes, and the more I can go vertical,
the more you can,
the more I can put, and it's great because we can stop running. There is a...
So let's do this. We're going to give you $1,500 to buy some new shelves.
That's amazing.
If it costs more, you'll have Florin's contact information. He can let me know, and we'll see if we can get some more money for you. Good?
Guys, I don't know who you are. You are here in front of me, so thank you. If there are more of you behind, thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate it enormously. It helps. Help us to help. It's my motto.
It's wonderful to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you. Welcome here, and wow, thank you for the shelves. I so needed them.
Good.
Tell us about your morning on the 24th of February.
You know, that day in February 24th, we woke up with the news. We all had a shock, and it was like here, like boom, you know. Honestly, I cried a little bit because it was so immense, and you know, my mind filled with, okay, we need to help. There's going to be people fleeing, there's going to be everything. And it was honestly, in a very humble way, I have to say, disbelief, because like everybody, the news had been full for weeks that Russia said Putin said he will invade, and we all said, no, it's Europe. He can't bring war here. This doesn't happen, not in our era. So when the news happened and we saw the bombs and the destruction and Kyiv being bombarded, so then that's what we did. We sat down and started thinking, how can we be useful? How can we help? Because it's unthinkable. It's beyond what any of us, for all of us, war is something that happens in the Middle East, Asia, somewhere far, not to your neighbor, not to the people that are just so close to you, and not to people that have done absolutely nothing, just nothing. So it still is. No matter how 5 months have passed, and you know, and we're busy and we're doing things, it's still unthinkable, and it's still hard to comprehend. How could this happen? What happened to us as people that we maybe let this happen because we didn't believe enough, or we believed too much, bullshit, some of us, and this is why it happened? I don't know, but what I do know is we need to help. Absolutely need to help. After the first 10 days of war, inevitably we started seeing in Bucharest and all over Romania now the refugees, that the first wave that came. And I see and feel big spectrum of reaction. Some people are very shocked and very just into the shock, into processing the shock. Some people are very reactive, very ready to do things, to get involved and to help and to do something. But in all the eyes, no matter how shocked or very active, I see the same pain. Everybody. And it's the pain of losing, it's the country, it's the pain of not lost forever, but lost for now, lost because of a stupid war that should not happen. And there is pain, and I feel it.
Have you met pro-Russian minded people?
I have met, honestly, not face to face, because it would not go very well. But yes, there are pro-Russian people here. They are all reading the same type of propaganda. It all comes from maybe like a half dozen or a dozen websites, and then they get translated in different languages. It's the same propaganda. Anybody with a brain here, right? A brain. You read that, you look at the facts, and you process, and you see it's complete crap. Sorry, I speak back. But it's bullshit from A to Z. It doesn't even make logical sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's propaganda. Why do you choose to believe that is always my question to these people. What do you have inside? What anger do you have inside that makes you choose to believe that the suffering of a whole people is not true? How? It's beyond understanding.
Have you ever been in Ukraine?
I never visited Ukraine yet. And I promised to somebody who's very dear to me, who is Ukrainian, that when the war is over, I will go. I go to Ukraine and we go to several cities, and actually I hope to meet all the people that I met online, through the phone, through pictures, and I will come. I want to. I feel bad because I never went to Ukraine, because now I discover a country with beautiful people, with beautiful places. So I will be there. Of course I will be there.
Your wishes to the defenders of Ukraine and all Ukrainians.
My wish for Ukrainian people and for the defenders are actually the same. Be strong. Be safe. Win this. You will win. We all together will win. And thank you for taking care of us too. You are a shield for the rest of us in Europe. Thank you. From all my heart. Be well. Slava Ukraini.
Mulțumesc, Romania.
Place for the pizza.
Facem loc pentru el să filmeze bine asta.
Eating without me.
Yeah.
Charlie got some pizza?
No, Charlie is here. Charlie wants some pizza.
Charlie wants some pizza. He's been very spoiled in the past 4 months. The first soul that I saw here when I stepped in this courtyard.
Yeah.
So you're here, huh? Feed me.
Yeah, right.
It was great. He's been fed ever since. That poor cat. There were like 70 volunteers the first weeks, literally, and stuff everywhere. So he would kind of disappear all day, somewhere in the back. And when things come down around 10 p.m., Charlie, all right,